and y'all think you're the heroes of this little adventure, but you're not. Welcome to Pandora, kiddos.
Luckiest drop of my life there, and it's time for us to go back underground. Now, you can see there's not much left down here. I mean, we're still in a very, branch mined, explored area. So, on the upside, though, there's not much in the way of spawners that we're going to have to worry about, or mobs. So, how bad can it be? Oh, yeah. Oh, and actually, see, I missed this my last playthrough. I didn't even see this. Hello, Biffa. So we were apparently being tracked towards the very end there by Biffa's team. So Falls' team is hanging out in the area. Fortunately for us, we're down here and we're all shifted, and this thing is a mess, and thank goodness for once we closed up an entrance behind us. Oh, wow. I did not even see those guys up. I don't think any of us had any idea that there was anyone in there. And unfortunately now we're unshifting just enough they can see we're down here. Because, oh yeah, we're safe. We're behind a plugged up wall. But they at this point probably think that we're going to be coming out. Oh, yeah, there we go. I just saw an arrow. So someone... Oh! Oh, wow. Did we get out of the neighborhood just in time? It's False's team. Oh, wow. So, okay, so let's reconstruct the tactics here. We seemingly disappear into the bowels of the earth. Well, not disappear, but get down there quick enough in just the right amount of time to have picked up everything that we needed from here. I don't think there's anything left for... yeah, we didn't miss any apples or anything, I think. So we disappeared down into a new caving adventure, and at this point now they've got to move because now they're exposed. So False's team was not running away; they were circumnavigating, getting over to here to get the advantage on us to attack. Kudos to them for that because they had ran right into Biffa's team. Oh, great. Now I'm going to have to watch Biffa's view of this too now because, oh, wow, they just take off. Yep, they did the smart thing. They went away from the ravine. Yep. And at this point, they're probably just about out of render distance because I don't think there's... I mean, I'm getting way down into... I'm probably have lost myself at this point now, unfortunately. At this point, we are... Where are we? We came in at the ravine. Yep, we're starting to dig down and go back down into here, and we're going to break out into some of the tunnels down here because we'll eventually wind up over at that portal. But I'm more interested in, honestly, what happened up here eventually. I don't remember seeing when Biffa actually died in this particular one, but it looks like they've just left render distance, and if False Symmetry's survivors... And I will give them the title Spunky Survivors for deciding to circumnavigate like that and potentially pick us off. If they were still over here, they are not anymore, or they have moved elsewhere outside my render distance. So back underground we go. Into the wonderful, wacky world of... Yeah. I'm not going to be surprised if people don't like the UHC videos I've got on my channel by this point, because this turns into nothing but grind. Grind, 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 grind. Because it's resources, it's whatever we can get, and every little scrap of XP we get is going into enchanting. It gets to the point where it's like, okay, we're going to put the enchanting table down, we'll put the anvil down, we'll pick it up, pick the enchanting table up, move it, move along a little bit, put it down, pick it up, move along a little bit, put it down, pick it up. But you can see that is going to have a little bit of the humdrum dealt with in a little while, because there's a world border here. Not only that, but someone left the chest over here. I wonder, you see that now, it's like, oh great, what was in the chest, darn it? Oh, and there's some more trolley diamonds right there, right at lava level, right where you would never expect to possibly see it. You can see we got some. Actually, let's see. It's not really that difficult for me to even guess what we're doing at this point, frankly. Oh, there's some more diamonds that we could have possibly gotten if we'd found this cave. Might have randomly connected over. But let's see. I'm playing this at. Well, let me put it this way. I'm playing this at 5 times playthrough right now, so you can see just how fast the world border will advance at this specific speed. Let me go over to here. This is the tunnel that we drilled forward. So this is 5 times speed, the world border movement. So, I mean, you consider that, okay, we're already out of render distance on that, because it's like, okay, we've got to relocate, we've got to pick up, move, and let's move further in towards 0, 0. Now, the idea for me pushing for 0, 0 was primarily to, it was basically out of a desire because on the last UHC, I'd been down at 0, 0 around episodes 6 and 7, and there wasn't really much going on. So it kind of had the feeling of, you know what, we could really do some good down here, and possibly get a little bit of, oh, what am I thinking of? We could do some good down here, and pretty much, you know, there's going to be good mining, because nobody wants to send under 0, 0 for their entire game. Well, you can see as we're kind of heading over here. Let me turn on my F3. We're only 100 blocks out, and you can see there's some pretty extensive exploration that's already going on through this entire area. So we're really not going to gain much. We're going to gain a little bit of something. I guess you could call that a little bit of something a headache, perhaps. But the idea is, yep, let's get over to the world border, or get over before the world border collapses on us and takes us all. And at some point, it gets to the point where I'm tagging back, having to wait for Pikachu to catch up, because he needs to be able I need to basically act as a beacon to guide him to the rest of the team. So it gets a little bit disjointed through here. And this is the one spot where I think we really could have, instead of exploring the whole way out, I think we could have spent a little more time just kind of, where are we going in here? Okay, yep, this is the cross cave. I remember this cave now. This is where we really hung up for a lot longer than I would have wanted to. And, you know, this is the one spot where I would kind of say, okay, move on. Yes, I know we need to get XP, but we can be doing that closer to 0, 0. And it's going to be a little more advantageous to us because, well, I say there's going to be a little more advantageous to us. It's not necessarily true. Resource gathering near 0, 0. Okay. So long as you're staying shifted and you're being careful, you know, you're keeping an eye out, you're going to be in pretty good shape. And our team right now, yeah, we're still all iron gear at this point, but we're heavily enchanted, heavily combined iron gear. So yeah, it's not 100% perfect, but we're going to hang in there for quite a while. Now, would I have liked to have some of the diamonds to make myself some other equipment? Yep, but at this point, I'm so tapped out on XP, and frankly, I just want to start doing something, you know, start getting out there and seeing what we can do, because at this point, I'd rather be attacking other teams to take their stuff than stay down in the mine for much longer and just constantly grind away. And especially because the longer we've been down here, the more damage we tend to take from fighting. You know, we've taken more damage from mobs out mining than we've taken from other people, really. Well, except for Pikachu. He did take quite a bit from the assaults against False's team. But yeah, you can see eventually we're going to see the world border start to close in yet again, and that's kind of our prompting to get things going. At this point, like I said, I'm just starting to... Okay, can we move on? Can we go, guys? So, you know, can we kind of clear a bit of path to the south and just get a little bit of an exit out here, a little exit strategy, so that way when the border does close in, we'll be able to get out. And, oh, there's someone's crafting bench over here. So this said, yep, this was all explored, and yep. I mean, at this point, really, it would just come down to branch mining, and that wasn't really all that exciting. So, you know, it's a UHC. I absolutely agree. Hey, the more resources and XP that you can get, great. But at some point, there is that, you know what? Something needs to happen, and it would just be really exciting if we could take on some more people. Now, something I didn't actually do. Oh, there's a horse up here. There's 2 horses, actually. 3 horses. Unfortunately, we didn't have a saddle for it. 4 horses. Whole ton of horses up here. We didn't even have a saddle, unfortunately, so we would have never been able to get them, but I'm wondering if that's... No, that couldn't be another team. They must have spawned in after we left, because there were definitely not horses there, but you can see we really haven't managed to advance far from where we were doing tree mining. Yeah, so there's the world border starting to close in on us from that direction. We've also got it starting to close in on us from that direction. And meanwhile, we're down here, and the only thing we've got going for us is that there's an escape route out that way and to the right that we're slowly carving. That's about it for advantages, frankly.